So everyone, when they log into the eLynx application, off to the far right-hand side of their login screen, we've got some messaging content here. And our first message right at the top is about our new mobile platform. So if you click on that, we're going to take you directly to a help file on how to access and save that new mobile app. It is browser-based, so you're going to go to the eLynx app, .elynxtech.com, and that's going to take you to your login screen. You're going to log in the same way with your same credentials, but the look and feel will be different. Because it is browser-based, there are instructions here on how to make that an actual icon on your phone desktop and be able to click on that just like an application. Some of the advantages of saving it as an icon or as an app on the home screen is it removes the native information from the browser. So like your search bar and that kind of stuff, it's already removed. Now it's just hosting and showing you the content of what's in the application. So we're going to go through what the application looks like today. If you need a good reference point, you can click on this mobile app navigation and iconography help article. We've got some great screenshots with some good highlights and step-by-step of what everything looks like. So for today's presentation, I am telling my computer to be an iPhone. So we'll go ahead and get logged in. I'm going to scale my screen back just a little bit more to help with the look and feel. So I've logged into the application. It's taking me directly to my home page. So you can see I'm currently looking at the summary listing of what I would call my Northern Division. So one of the things that we're going to look at is the layout has changed, but it's a little bit easier to navigate around. Some of the feedback we've had has been great, and we appreciate that. Please send that in to us. So across the top, just above where it says summary listing, we've got the group page that we're currently on, so that's summary listing, and then some actionable icons to the right. Upper right hand corner, you'll see these, and they'll change as they relate to where you are in the application. So if you're at a device, you'll see some device icons. If you're at other pages, you'll see icons that relate specifically to that page. I'm going to stay just on the summary listing for now. So the first icon up is our options. So we can select this right here. And what you'll see is I'm currently looking, my default view is just a default summary listing page. Something that you couldn't do in the previous application is you couldn't change that. So now we can actually come in and I can scroll in and I can look for a different summary listing to go look at. So I had a pressure one created. So I wanted to look at that pressure 5-day average. So my data in the background, the devices still stay the same, but now my data layout has changed. So now I'm looking at my pressure over the last 5 days. Again, that's just another page configuration that was in the system for me to select and to use. One thing to note is the icon, the options icon, turns kind of an aqua color. So that identifies that there is something in use in that tool. So we click on that and we can see that I've got a different summary listing page selected. I can also look for any devices in this list. So I want to start typing a device name, CAR. It's going to filter down. We've got 3 devices with CAR in it. So another just real quick filter that you can do on that. And then if you want to remove that filter and go back to your default summary listing, hit reset in the bottom right-hand corner. And you'll see that the options icon is back to a white. The next icon over is refresh. So if you've been sitting on this page or you've pulled it up and you're looking for any new data that's hit, you can hit that refresh icon and any new data that we have in the database will be presented to you. One of the other options up here is we can hit the download icon, and this can download to Excel or PDF. Again, it is a browser-based application, so if you happen to be using this from an iPad or a tablet, some of those iPads or tablets also have some, Microsoft Suite stuff on there, so you can look at a PDF. So if you export a graph or a summary listing into a PDF or Excel, you can still use those in your handheld devices. Also, what you'll see just underneath the summary listing is that we've got devices, we've got tank batteries, we've got compressors. So these will be relative to your application. So again, we've got different device types set up in there, and you'll be able to see those from your point of view. Next, we're going to come all the way down to the bottom. The bottom has a lot more options in place. On your very far left-hand side, we're going to call this the navigation menu. So we can pop that open. We can click on the group hierarchy, and we can go change where we're looking. So you can navigate around to other groups that you have access to. Hit our menu again. So we're currently looking at the summary listing. We can look at map view. We can look at a group graph. So again, already functionality that did not exist in the previous mobile platform. So group graph, reporting, forms, all of this is new in the new mobile application. You can also hit on account settings. So you can look at your user information. So you can make any edits or changes here. One of the popular settings changes that you can do is you can use a dark mode. So this will turn your everything dark and be able to see things. If you're light sensitive, it's going to have that dark mode to it, easier to see. You can choose. So if you've got groups with more than 50 rows in it, you can choose and you can make those settings changes, and they'll apply directly to your user. Again, neat stuff that wasn't available in the previous application, already available today. So looking through some of these other options, if we select on our map view, we can see we've got some green icons. So those are devices, and then the purple ones that you see, these are clusters of devices. So we can just zoom in. Now on a mobile device, it's just pinch and zoom. That's nice and easy. We can see we've got one device that's red here, so we can click on him. I can see that the Boyd 87. Here's some good data for me to look at, kind of give me a heads up idea what's going on. And I can see, it's in alarm. We've got a temperature, a high temperature that's there. You can also configure these to take you straight into a graph. So we've got a graph already set up for this Boyd. So we can select that and jump straight into it. One thing that the new application does support is creating these what we call stacked graphs. So you can have a section for flow rates, a section for pressures. You can create another section for tank levels or liquid volumes. Again, a lot more flexibility in how you want to look and see that data. The great thing about the phone is you can flip it on its side, and you've got more screen real estate to use and to look at. And if you want to look at data points specifically, just touch anywhere on that graph and the data points will pop up. You can slide back and forth and look at that over time. This is the graph that you've got that you can use on other devices. You can choose other devices to go to apply that and go look at those as well from here. I'll rotate my screen back over. And you'll notice our menu option down here at the bottom will now also show that I've got some device information. So it's keeping track that, hey, I am looking at the Boyd 87 device. I can look at the device details. I can go to the graph. I can go to forms. So this was something that is new to the application as well. If we go to forms on that device, we can create a new form. So if there would happen to be an accident on that site, we can click through the accident report form and put that information in, save that to this device. Forms is a new feature. So if you do have any use cases that you would like to use, please reach out to our support team. We can configure a myriad of different reports to be available for you and for your needs. So from our main menu, I can jump back out to the summary listing. I can go to, we chose map view earlier. I can go look at a group graph. So I've just got a simple pressure graph created in here. Our more options will be that I can choose a different graph, or I can change my time frame. So if I want to look at a different duration, I can quickly make that change and take a look at that. Reporting, so that is a new icon here in our mobile application. So you can run reports from your mobile device. So these will be configured in the full application, but available for you to use in the mobile device. So I've gone to reporting. Now I need to go select my report. And I had a casing pressure report that I was looking at earlier today. Now again, I can change the time frame of that report. I can look at multiple rows or expand how many rows I want to look at. So I've chosen that casing pressure report and I'll hit play. So that's going to run that report and bring it directly up on screen for me. And I can just swipe through the data as I need to. If this is something that, hey, I need to let other people know, I can export that real quick and shoot it off in an email and let everybody have it. Back in our menu bar down at the bottom, so we'll go back to summary listing. Across the bottom, we've also got our search bar, so you can search for any device that's in here. Just start typing the name and you can search and find all the different groups that this resides in. Our message icon, so if there's any messages we want to let you know about, this will have an icon pop up for you. And then this last one, this will help remove any of the bordering so that you can have as much screen real estate as possible on that mobile device. So it got rid of our options there at the top just to give us more screen real estate to look at. And so if you're navigating around and you don't see those options at the top, just remember that any icon that's got that aqua color is in use. So this is telling me that I've got maximized content. I can uncheck that, and then there's my options there at the upper right hand corner. So one of the things that you'll notice with this new mobile application is it's much faster. It's much faster to load. It's much faster to navigate through and to refresh. You can even resort any of these columns, and it's almost instant. It's just much more reactionary to what you want to look at and do. We are pretty excited. Lots of features yet to come. So we'd love to have your feedback. Just please reach out to us. Say, hey, I'd love to see this in the mobile application, or, hey, let us know if something doesn't seem to flow in a good pattern for you. Please let us know. We're always welcome to that for a better experience. So everyone, when they log into the eLynx application, off to